One, just want to thank Coach Barnes and the Tennessee program to do this game with us. Is everything we could ask for and more. Amazing crowd, by the way, for an exhibition game. The way their fans showed out was incredible. And it's exactly what we wanted for our team, just to put ourselves in a position in a tough game where we have to grow up very quickly. And I think we did that. And I saw just a ton of growth. I think we have a team with really good depth. Missing Malik, of course, we got to get him back. But, I thought really everybody that played made just big-time winning plays. 20 for 20 from the free throw line, clutch free throws. That's huge. We've been focusing on that to out-rebound them. I think that says a lot. 16 offensive rebounds. It helps when you have a guy that has 23 of them. But I thought collectively, the way Pat stepped up in the second half, Isaiah, I thought had tremendous growth of his overall game. The shot making is obvious, but I think the rest of his game, 5 rebounds and the way he competed, I'm really proud of him for that. And we're going to keep building, So I'll take any questions, but for us, a ton of respect for Tennessee, their program, their players, and this was an amazing experience for us. Well, once Pat got fouls in the first half, we don't have replacements. Just Malik is a sub for about 3 people. So that's where that hurt us a little bit. And so Cam just battled. He just competed every play, and I think his toughness to overcome making mistakes is unique for a freshman. I think he's going to, knowing him, he's going to be critiquing himself, even though he had 24, 23, and 6 with 1 turnover. But he just carried us the whole way, his competitive spirit, his rebounding, cleaning up the glass, and then being able to go inside and get key baskets. And, look, he drew 6 fouls in the game, so that was a big thing as well.
Hey, Coach. I think Tennessee had something like 2 baskets in the final 9 minutes of the game. Can you just talk about your team's defensive performance down the stretch?
Well, I thought the first half we were all over the place, and they got a dynamic guard in Gillespie. He's as good as it gets, and I thought did a good job on him overall. He hit some tough shots, but they get you chasing because you're putting so much energy into stopping him. And so I thought in the first half we were playing on our heels. And then the second half, I thought we just did a great job of having great physicality in the paint, great resistance. I thought Pat really just, whether it was blocking shots or not, I thought he just did a good job of protecting for us. And as a team, we just played really hard. So I think that was a great lesson for us, that we can build off our defense and the offense will come.
Coach, typically for your team before ACC play, it's really hard to replicate the kind of style of play you'll be seeing in conference play. How much does this help playing another title contender before the season even begins to see what your team needs to work on, what your team's doing well? How much does this game help you do that?
No, it helps us a lot. And not only playing a really good team, but I think it's different being on the road. And let alone playing here, which to me is, I understand this is an exhibition game. This is my first time here, but I can understand why this is one of the hardest places to play. The crowd was incredible. So for us, we treated this as a fact-finding mission. Like let's learn about our team. Let's grow in a hostile environment against a really good opponent, and I think we did that. So this was everything I could have asked for and more for our team.
Yeah, hey, Coach. I know Pat had 4 fouls, but 5 for 6 from the field and perfect from the free throw line. So could you talk a little bit about his consistency, entering his sophomore year?
Yeah, just Pat is he's already been in some of the toughest moments we've played in. I mean, he's been ACC tournament championships, Final Four, NCAA tournament games. So his experience as a freshman, I saw the growth through 1 year. He's done the same thing this summer. He's worked really hard on his body, and he's so smart. He's tough. He's skilled, and he gives you just an outlet when things are getting crazy. You can just play through them too. So his efficiency was great. I love what he did. Basically in 1 half tonight, we got to get him playing more than 1 half and keep him out of foul trouble. Yeah, I think for us, going into the game, we were trying to play more out of our flow, where we're, basically where we're playing not with an advantage and figuring out how to create an advantage. And so I wasn't calling as many like go-tos or actions. I think that was part Tennessee, you got to credit their defense, and then part for us, I was trying to let us work through that some. So that's probably a little bit more we would call. And, scouting, we scouted. We wanted to treat it like a real game because that's part of this experience to me is can you execute in these moments? Can you execute with the crowd? But I think probably the offense for the most part, I think I can help them a lot more.
How did he kind of compare to the guy y'all recruited?
I mean, he's super talented. Now that we're not going to play them, at least for a while, I'll be rooting for Nate. Great kid, great family. Just his versatility, like his ability to impact the game all different ways. He had a double-double, and he didn't even make a lot of shots tonight. I thought our team did a good job of making him try to score over the top. I think that's important because obviously he's got great size. But Nate's going to be a big-time player, and there's no doubt about it.
Coach, Cam's had a monster two exhibition games. Has this surprised even you with what he's been able to do so far?
I mean, I didn't know he'd have 24 and 23 tonight, but I'm not surprised. I've seen him play a lot, and I've seen him and Caden play a lot, in high school. And, he's one of the best rebounders I've ever seen. I think he's shown that. But I think he's really shown how competitive he is. And that ability to not defer or to wait, sometimes that can be normal as a freshman to wait a little bit. He's not doing that. I want to keep him on that track. But it was just a big-time effort.
Good. Last one right here.
You mentioned Malik Brown. I know you said last week it was just kind of out of caution, wanting him to be ready for the season. Is that kind of just how it was tonight with him? And is there any update when we can expect to see him?
Yeah, this week is important. Our goal is to be ready for Texas in that first game. But we're also just keeping the big picture in mind. He's so important to us. His ability to change our defense, his ability to play multiple positions. So I can't say today, but I can tell you that everything in our power we're going to do to get him ready for the first game without setting him back for going forward. All right. Thank you, guys.